Hello everyone, it's Turbo here. So what I thought I'd do today is just give you a little update from last time. I know my last video was quite heavy and that sort of stuff, but yeah, so I'll tell you just sort of like what's going on in my life, a little bit about what's happening with the next videos and what it's going to be and that sort of stuff. So I'll just jump right into it. Hope you guys are having a good day so far. And yeah, if there's anything you want to like have a little chat about or have any suggestions for videos or even topics that you want me to cover that might be a little bit heavy or personal, but you want like some awareness raised on it, just drop a comment, go into my socials, say hello, and if you want more and exclusive content, then feel free to go into my Patreon and then you'll get some there. In the meantime, if you enjoy this video, please like and subscribe, and yeah, I'll just get started. So last video I talked about sort of getting an ASBO from my neighbours below. So an update with that, I kind of like just sort of kept up to date with my housing officer and said, look, this is part of my daily living. I just bought some flooring mats to put down underneath it to reduce the noise and that sort of stuff. But even then, in saying that, the neighbour herself has actually put her flat up for sale, and I don't know if that's because I just moved in and I've quite clearly ticked her off or whatever. But I did do a few kind of like warding spells as well. In fact, you know what? I can actually show you my door. The audio isn't going to be that good because I'm going to come away from the camera, or you know what, no, I can edit in a photo, so I'm going to edit in a little photo just here if I can. If not, I'll figure it out. Editing me, challenge for you. So yeah, basically what I had done, my first ward that I put up was I put up a sign on my door saying Laciate ogni speranza voi chantret, which means, so it's originally Latin and it was inscribed on the gates of hell saying, lose all hope ye who enter here. And basically I did that because I just felt like I needed a barrier between what she was doing, because I felt like she was sort of like bringing in this sort of intrusive energies. And I'm kind of like into the sort of like more shadow work kind of magics, and I usually find when I'm just sort of kind of like entering into sort of kind of like real world stuff, what I'll do is I'll usually come up through the angle that is kind of like hell and that sort of stuff, because I'm coming up, and I find that usually with my shadow work at least it's a lot of going down into this void that I can like navigate, but right in the very beginning, navigating what I felt and what I was going through was it was kind of spooky. It was kind of like, am I here, am I there, but I also am here, and then finding out all these different things, and yeah, it was kind of, yeah, I'll make a whole video on it, but basically I just put up that ward. I had also there's actually a spell that I did for Wendigo World Portal, and in that spell there was a piece of red brick. I've got it up here. This is the piece of red brick that I used. So this fell off the wall that I was kicking a football off of for a while, and as you can see, it comes into kind of like this sharp tooth point. So I had put it in a circle, and then I had made a jagged circle and put basil in it, which is for luck, amongst other things. And red brick is known to be very protective, but it's mostly the more you have it, the more protective it gets. And yeah, no, so this obviously is really sort of like pushed that back quite some bit. So yeah, no, that's helped a lot. I am doing what I can to reduce the noise, but at the same time, I know I need to train that sort of stuff because I'm also on medication. So it's an antidepressant, anti-anxiety, and my anti-anxiety is a really strong muscle relaxer as well. And what my boxing does, it helps me kind of like get all this sort of like emotional energy that gets trapped in my body, and it helps me to release it, and it helps me to know that I can defend myself if ever I get into a situation like the ones that I've been in before that have made me need medication for this sort of thing. So yeah, no, I'll talk about more on that later, but basically I do have a responsibility, and yes, of course, but they tried to make me move it outside, and the sheds have asbestos in it, so the things that I have the right over like are being deemed unsafe. Not only that, this is an indoor piece of equipment, so I said I'll get flooring, so I have got flooring, but they're not gonna move me away from my regime. This is training that I need to do, and exercise that I have the right to do. So yeah, that's the update with the ASBO. I just talked to my housing officer. I didn't even give the time of day to the actual ASBO person, because I knew that I was so kind of like pent up that I would have just started an argument with him. Like, I knew I was gonna win. Not to be cocky, but at the same time, I did my research. And I know I'm okay with my housing officer, so she can pass it along and that sort of stuff. So, you know, sometimes talking to people that you are comfortable with, if you don't feel comfortable with talking to someone who's accusing you of things, like, even though it is their job, yeah, you also need to do what's right for you, kind of thing. So, yeah, that's that. Pretty much done. Other than that, I'm going up in medication, so getting more antidepressants in there, so I'm slowly but surely treating my depression more and more, and yeah, it's helping. So like I said, I was a little bit drowsier, but that's just sort of what happens. But yeah, no, I'm starting to break up a little bit, and things are going well. Starting to get out of bed a little bit better, and that sort of stuff. So as for the next few videos, so I've got another video in mind. I've already recorded the audio. It is more of a song and that sort of stuff, and if you see my last video, losing a friend, then you'll notice how I've taken edits from a TV show, and I've just sort of done the backgrounds to it. And so my next video, it's on my Patreon for the higher tier tripper. So you can either be tripping or a tripper, and tripper has already had the audio released. So I don't want to give anything away, but it is really important, and it's something to do with Mikasa, who is, I don't know if you can see it, that's Mikasa Anchorman. Absolutely love her. So if you've seen Attack on Titan, you'll know who she is. So I'm just trying to figure out a way I can get Mikasa into the next video while doing it. So yeah, my upcoming projects, I'm just going to work on taking edits and that sort of stuff from things that inspire me and that sort of stuff, and kind of like using them as stabilizers as I approach the sort of music making world and that sort of stuff, because I've been listening to music since the dawn of time itself. Like I remember sort of always getting in trouble for listening to my music in school, and like we weren't supposed to like walk around the halls with our headphones in, and that's all I'd ever do. And then, you know, when they would try to take it off me, like I would just leave. I would be like, no, you're not doing this. And so yeah, no, music is a big part of my life. I listen to it all day, every day. Like, I'm always on Spotify. If you're on Spotify, look up the gayest emo ever. That's me. It's my one platform that it's not Tubular Tripper. I don't really think I know how to change it, and I don't really think I want to change it either, because I made it when I was 13, and like I wouldn't feel right going by Turbo. like it has to be the gayest emo ever. So yeah, I'll be working on a video for that, and in the meantime, like just sort of yeah, no, I got a shit ton of stuff on Amazon, so I'll probably do like a fun little Amazon haul video next as well of just sort of like all the stuff that I've got, because yeah, no, I actually like this pay. I was like, okay, I'm just gonna go into the arrears with my rent for this month and just sort of furnish my apartment, because I came into an unfurnished apartment, right? So I paid a couple months rent and that sort of stuff, but this chair is like broken. So I got like a decent chair. This is literally a garden chair that I'm sitting on and my back's fucking breaking, because in my day job, I clean schools. So like the first thing I have to do is like a lot of squats to get down and clean the tables and that sort of stuff. And yeah, no, I'm a very active and fit person, so I just need something a little bit more substantial than a bloody garden chair. So I thought, you know what, I'm just gonna buy like a load of stuff on my wish list with this month's kind of like rent, and then pay rent when I can next time, and then that way at least I'll have like a furnished apartment. So yeah, and yeah, no, I'll yeah, so I'll do like the next few kind of like Amazon hauls and that sort of stuff and show you what I got. So yeah, but I think that'll be until later, because I know some stuff are coming today and tomorrow, but like as for the replacement for the chair, I think it's coming on later on. So but yeah, no, I think I'll work on that. I think that'll be a fun thing to do. Yeah, and I think that's pretty much everything. Nothing really else going on. Pardon me. Yeah, that is everything. So thank you for watching. If you stayed this far. Like I said, if you want to see some other content, go into my other platforms. I will do my best to work on it. Just sort of look up Tubular Tripper on whatever platform, on Instagram. I'm on TikTok. I'm on Patreon. I work on my Patreon a lot. I'm on. And I'm on Spotify as well. Spotify's the only one I'm not going by Tubular Tripper. Just I'm on it constantly, and I've already explained it. But yeah, it's the gayest emo ever on Spotify. In the meantime, like, subscribe. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you have a really great day, and I will catch you next time. Bye.